even though we may be in denial, even though our elders may be in denial, even though our fathers and mothers may not really truly realize because they're not in tune with what's happening. But this is truly what every youth goes through. What every youth goes through. I understand because I'm from you. I'm one of you. I'm not that old, right? I might have a beard, but I'm not that old. I'm very young. Very, very young. Trust me, I am. But I'm not going to tell you how old I am. Anyway, so really, your life is very difficult. And I realize that. And sometimes, as we say, the going gets tough. Yeah? Like the saying goes, the going gets really tough. Sometimes it's very difficult. Your life is very difficult. And to even hold on to a small matter of Islam is like holding on to hot coals. Have you seen hot coals? You see hot coals because in Australia we have a lot of barbecues, right? So we take these black coals and then we put a fire onto it, right? And then the fire burns, mashallah, and then it turns red. Then after it turns red, then it turns into this grey type thing. So this is when you know the coals are really ready. And then after that you put the meat on it. This is the hot coals. This is the hot coals. So it's like putting your hands into hot coals. Sometimes holding on to a small amount of the religion, whether it be just to leave your lectures to just come and say salah, whether it be just to I don't know, just give the adhan perhaps, whether it be just to keep a beard, for example, in this society, whatever. Sometimes the religion is so difficult. Sometimes the going is so difficult. Not because the issue itself is difficult. No, just sometimes, when your soul has just really been ta'ban, just been really had a lot of pressure upon yourself, whether it be the pressure from the society, pressure from the family, pressure from outside, and the fitna is so great, and the trials and tribulations outside is so great. Yani subhanallah, sometimes it really gets tough. The going gets really tough. Well, akhi and ukhti fillah, if in such circumstances, you still hold on to the religion, and you still hold on to the religion, and you keep on holding on to the religion, then abshiru, then take the glad tidings. Of what? Glad tidings of a great reward. A great reward. It's not small, it's great. And what is this reward, you ask me? So I tell you, the reward is tremendous. The reward is tremendous. Once Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in authentic hadith, he said, there will come a time in which holding on to a small part of the religion is like holding on to hot coals. Is like holding on to hot coals. And for such people who hold on to the religion, even though it is so difficult to hold on to the religion, and for such people who hold on to the religion in such circumstances, will be the reward of 100 companions of mine. 100 of companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Tremendous reward, tremendous. You cannot imagine. You cannot imagine the reward. You see, the least person in paradise. Do you know the least person in paradise? The person with the lowest rank in paradise. Do you know what his reward is? His reward is 10 times, and in another narration, 100 times of what this world has. What is in this world, and all that it contains, and 10 times of this, or 100 times of this. Imagine that. This is the least reward in Jannah. The least reward in Jannah. So what is the reward of a companion of Rasulullah? And what is the reward of a person who has 100 times of a companion of Rasulullah? Tremendous reward. Tremendous reward. This is why, akhi, when the going gets tough, know that the reward is also tremendous. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what you're going through, ya akhi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is closer to you than yourself. Closer to you than yourself. He knows you. He's the one who created you. He knows what you're going through. He knows what you're going through for Him, ya akhi. You're not alone in this knowledge. You're not alone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what you're going through. So you must hold on to the knowledge, hold on to the religion. When the going gets so tough, you must still hold on to religion, as tough it may be. For example, you may be, a big lecturer, you may be a big manager at work, and people say, hey, come and have a drink with us, or come and do this with us, and the fitna may be great, and the women may be really inviting. SubhanAllah, if you hold on to the religion, then the reward will be tremendous. But if you did not hold on to the religion, then you are the greatest loser. There is no other loser except you. You are the greatest loser. Naam. Why? Because you have lost such a great reward. What a great loser you are. A tremendous loser you are. But if you held on to the religion, held on and had patience, then your reward would be tremendous. Tremendous. Something we can't even imagine. Something we can't even imagine. And if I started to talk about the rewards in Jannah, about the descriptions of Jannah, and the descriptions of the women in Jannah, and wallahi I can sit here for 2 hours describing the women of Jannah, how her body is. I can describe to you every single thing I know about her. It'll take me 2 hours to describe her. If you were to only know about the rewards in Jannah that awaits the person who holds on to the religion, then no way would you ever leave this religion for anything else. La ya akhi, holding on to the religion would be more beloved to you than to be thrown into a pit of fire. There are 3 things you need to know when the going gets tough. 3 things that you need to know when the going gets tough. The first and most important thing is to be patient. The first and foremost important thing is to be patient upon your religion. You see, when the going gets tough, there's nothing you can do except just sit down, have a drink of water, or perhaps Diet Pepsi or something, just to get your system running up again and say, Sabr, Sabr, Sabr. Patience, patience, and patience. There's nothing that you can do except be patient. When it is really tough, and you need to get married, and you're not married, and I know the feeling, when it's really tough, sit down, take a glass of water, and just be patient. And just convince yourself to be patient. The second thing you need to do, akhi, you need to do, is to think about the great reward that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you for being patient. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you for being patient. And what is that reward? I just told you the reward. The reward is tremendous. Tremendous. It has no monetary value, ya akhi. It has no finite value that I can give you. You see, we think in finite terms. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about in infinite terms. What do I mean by infinite terms? I mean this dunya is finite. You see, 70 years you will live perhaps. But then the akhirah is infinite. It will last forever. How can something that will last forever compare to something that only lasts 70 years? Can it ever compare? It can never compare. Never can this life compare to the hereafter. Never can this life compare to the hereafter. A foot length of paradise is better than what this earth contains and everything in it. What this earth contains and everything in it. Just the khimar, the wrapping of the woman of paradise is better than this earth and all that it contains. Subhanallah. If all of this is known, then just remember the tremendous reward that awaits you if you were to be steadfast upon this religion. And the third thing, akhi, that you need to know is remember those people before you, those pious predecessors before you, those Muslims before you, who had so much difficulty in their life, yet they held on to the religion. They held on just like they bit. They were biting the roots of the tree and held on, even though they were being pulled away, they were still holding on to the religion. And I give you the example of Yusuf alayhi salam. Do you know the story of Yusuf alayhi salam? What happened to Yusuf alayhi salam? You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He created beauty, He divided beauty in half. Naam. When He created beauty, He divided beauty in half. And half of beauty He gave to all of creation, and the other half He gave to Yusuf alayhi salam. Naam. So he was so beautiful, so handsome, you can't even imagine. MashaAllah, you look in the mirror and you see a handsome man, don't you? When you look in the mirror, you say, MashaAllah, what has Allah created? What a beautiful creation Allah has created. But Yusuf alayhi salam will put you to shame. Naam. He'll put you to shame because he was even more beautiful than that. So what happened to Yusuf alayhi salam? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that when he grew up, فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ أَشُدَّهُ, when he grew up and he became a young man, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him hikmah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him hikmah. And then what happened? Gave him hikmah, meaning made him a prophet. And then what happened, ya akhi? What happened to Yusuf alayhi salam? You see, he was very tremendously beautiful. And the woman in whose house he was staying in could not control herself. And I don't think there's a woman who can really control herself when they saw a man so magnificent. So magnificent. Okay. So she couldn't control herself. And she closed the doors. And Yusuf alayhi salam was in the room. And she said, Hayta lak. She said, what? Hayta lak, come to me. Come to me, I am for you. And she took her clothes off. Come to me, I am for you. Subhanallah. And what did Yusuf say? Ma'adh Allah. He didn't say, okay. He said, Ma'adh Allah. He said, A'udhu Billah. He said, glory be to Allah. Glory be to Allah. And he, subhanAllah, he remembered Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at that point.